so many people are kind of split on DK Metcalf as a prospect. I feel like you have, a big chunk of the fan base, of the Bills fan base that's pro DK Metcalf, going out and getting a number one receiver, a guy that could come in, make big plays. And there's another half that, maybe are a little bit not so smitten with him as a prospect. Where do you sit on Metcalf, especially, where the Bills currently are sitting at number 9?
I look at Metcalf as more of a trade down option. If the Bills don't stay at 9, if they move down, and I don't know how many spots it would have to be to move down, at that point, though, I think Metcalf is in play. I have a hard time believing that Metcalf would be the best player available at number 9 when you look at the defensive linemen in this draft, whether you're talking about the edge rushers, whether you're talking about the defensive tackles. I think that you'd have offensive linemen that I think would be ahead of him in terms of best player available, Juwan Taylor and Jonah Williams, and then obviously a guy like TJ Hawkinson as well. So if we're talking about number 9, I have trouble saying that this is the guy for the Bills. And you can't hold previous drafts against Metcalf, but the last few drafts haven't had a lot of impact first-round wide receivers where you can get impact players at those other positions, and that's what the Bills need with their first pick this year. They need to get a guy that's going to be an impact player from day one.
Yeah, and with DK Metcalf, there's a lot of kind of, you look up and down his scouting report and some of the strengths and the weaknesses. You're going to get the big plays. I mean, his highlight reel jumps off the screen at you, what he's able to do down the field. But the weaknesses are also something that I think have to be focused on when you're talking about specifically the 9th overall pick. He struggles a little bit with his route running. Experts have said that, his teammate at Ole Miss, A.J. Brown, is a lot more developed wide receiver from a route running perspective. And then you talk about the injuries, 2 injuries, his freshman year and then again last year, the neck injury. You're exactly right. I think you have to go with a guy at number 9 that right off the bat is going to be a can't-miss prospect. But don't get it twisted. This is an athletic freak. I mean, this is a guy that, there's some comparisons being made to Randy Moss with the type of, frame, the ability to make plays. I mean, I think he's even more physically unbelievable than a Randy Moss, who I think coming into the league still was going to develop from a physical perspective. But I think that there are certain traits that you're looking at, and in a class with a lot of kind of B-level receivers, he has the potential to be this guy that can really make a lot of plays and be that number 1 receiver. Well, it will be interesting to see where the Buffalo Bills go with this number 9 pick. We have a bunch of prospects still to talk about over the next 2 weeks. Ryan, thank you so much for joining me, guys, for all of your content. Buffalo Bills content, keep it locked on to NYUpInSyracuse.com.